Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now a first down throw. Gone. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, here's Gone. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. That's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And that is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Bradshaw, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Ready? Mike, 58, right there. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
You get a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Well, look now at our starting defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
This is a unit that understands what needs to be done to stop the run. And they're a team that goes out and executes as well. Yeah, it's the mantra, stop it, but then going out and getting it done. 2 different things. They combine them.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff going to hand it to Gurley, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on 3rd? Out of the gun. Gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 for the Niners there to first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Slant. 6-6, pull it high.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man, that's Harry. Well, they pick up 25 as they convert on third. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. From the gun, Bradshaw. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. N'Keal Harry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Point after here coming up. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Let's go.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They run. It's Gurley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Bradshaw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Looking to throw. Bradshaw. Flushed out right. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Bradshaw completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Back to throw. Bradshaw got a man open. That's Harry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Break. Double dog. That's the way. Watch tight end. 4 down. Check.
From the gun, Bradshaw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
58's the money. 58's the money. I'm trying to collect. Hey, let go. 58's the money. Go 58's the money. It's our time.
2nd and 5. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Point after try forthcoming. And it's 21-3. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check 50, check 50.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath. Settle down and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Dee Ford. Credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them. We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Goff now to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. A 93-yard kickoff return. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Still one of the most exciting plays in football, the kick return. Shows why there, 93 yards on that return for 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Back to throw, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now gone. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing again is gone. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was trying to get it to his receiver, Woods, and it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To the air again. Goff. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. Looking for Woods that time.
You see me out here. That's right. We can't be stopped.
60 Pittsburgh. Bravo.
24 is the mic. Defense wins championships, baby.
On 1st and 10, Bradshaw looking for Harry. He airs it out deep, and that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got 3 down. 24 is the mic. I got one.
Hey, Zoo.
24 is the mic. I got
5.
Throwing again, Bradshaw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So we reach halftime, and what an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
check.
Ready.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Ready. 15 line.
Let's run.
Hey, exit.
58, boys. 58, Mike.
Go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Hard throw, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Looking to throw. Bradshaw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check safety, check safety.
Look, squeeze.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bradshaw. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Bradshaw completes it to Samuel. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
24 is the mic. Push him back. Push him back. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Operating from the gun. Bradshaw. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Dante Fowler able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Flare. 24 is the mic. I'm coming.
Get it.
From the gun, Bradshaw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
To throw is gone. And Woods has it complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Nifty move. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Go!
58.
Now!
58 for Mike. I got him. 58, right over there.
Go!
Right there.
Go!
They run again with Breida. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's gone. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Gone. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. Well, they've clearly made a decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
We went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. On fourth down, Bradshaw got his man. That's Harry. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes. I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third down and 12. Looking to throw. Bradshaw, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, Haywood!
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. All day, baby, all day. 58's the Mike.
Get it!
On fourth down, Bradshaw. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Now Goff on first down. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff looking for his running back, and he's got him. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Goff. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
70, Indy.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 18 yards, first down Niners. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still significant.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Second and 14. They'll set up a screen for Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Operating from the gun. Bradshaw nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Littleton in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. 24 is the mic. Oh, you got D? 24.
On fourth down, Bradshaw looking for Harry. And this is caught.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.